This is TWiT.
You may remember, if we're picking up the plot, that WeChat and TikTok both were supposed to be turned off on Saturday. WeChat sued and got a restraining order. TikTok went the Oracle route. They got a friend of the president to invest, not a lot. Now TikTok is asking for an injunction from the court on a ban that would require Apple and Google to remove TikTok, and I presume WeChat as well, September 27th. So that's 4 days from now.
Right in the corner.
Saying that this violates the First Amendment rights of the people on TikTok. It shuts down a platform.
Which is all I've been screaming all along, and on this show, this is a First Amendment issue. This is the press of the people.
Yeah.
And I'm so delighted that's how the court ruled on the WeChat ban.
Yeah.
This was First Amendment for those folks.
Yeah. So, and it's also hard to come up with, I get a lot of hate mail on this one because I'm trying to defend TikTok and so forth. They say, you just love China. You're just a commie. But actually, that's not the case. What it really is I think we clearly have a threat from China. It's exercising its economic soft power all over the world. I don't think they're going to invade the U.S. It's not a military threat. It might be a cyber threat. But it's a very complicated strategic relationship, and it requires diplomacy and some subtlety, and it requires a lot of work because, on the other hand, we have a lot of stuff made in China. It's a giant market our companies would like to be in. Apple, it's critical to Apple's finances that they sell phones in China and on and on and on. So it's complicated. And I think it needs a strategic, complicated vision, long-term vision to address it, diplomatic and otherwise. And to say, oh, well, the problem is these apps. And if we just ban the apps, everything is going to be fine, is more theater to distract you from what is actually a much more serious problem. So I'm not saying, oh, China's a great country and we got to let them do anything they want by any means. But I do think that it's a much more subtle problem, and banning an app is a trivial response to it and has unintended consequences for its users.
In your defense, I have seen you on several shows here on the network, including this one here. Whenever you talk about TikTok, it's never much of anything about China. What you seem to enjoy is just the way you're getting good content that suits you. And their AI is just getting it right. Every time you pull it up, you get stuck in a time suck, and you're enjoying the content there, regardless if it's TikTok or whatever. You just like what it's giving you. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. So we'll just see.
I just can't. I'm just shocked, Leo. I'm shocked that you think Trump isn't bringing subtlety and a long-term view and a technical sophistication to this argument.
Well, he's probably not the right man for the job, but we still have a semi-intact State Department, and I'm sure that there are things.
The other weird part about this, too, is there's the $5 billion. Now, are they really paying $5 billion to the Treasury? Under what structure? Or is that merely the taxes they think they're going to pay, A, B?
Well, and who pays it? Who pays it? Does Oracle pay it? Who pays it?
That's unclear. It's all unclear. But then now we have a story.
TikTok, by the way, TikTok's latest plan is to do an IPO and pay $5 billion to the Treasury out of the IPO, which wouldn't be for a year or two.
But why does the Treasury get a penny out of this? It makes no sense. But here's the thing.
We have to pay for the re-education camps.
It's for the re-education.
It is re-education. That's the problem. You have both Oracle, not surprising because run by a fan of Trump's, but you also have Walmart now saying we're okay with money going into Trump's white supremacist anti-1619 project education plan.
This is the education plan that the $5 billion.
Yeah, and Walmart is saying,
well, of course they are. No, but of course they are.
Well, no, this needs a reaction.
Well, I agree. But Oracle and Walmart don't want to offend the president because they're hoping
how
there's a pot
about
of
Walmart
gold.
offends every African-American customer they have?
Well, that might not be so good.
And every, not just African American customer, but every customer believes in history and the New York Times and Nicole Hannah-Jones and
get ready,
1619 and
because the latest
making
is
reparations.
The Trump administration is now questioning Epic Games and Riot.
Oh, Jesus.
Tencent, by the way, has huge investments into pretty much every website you use, including Reddit. Fortnite, League of Legends. If you want to, this confirms what you were saying earlier, which is the white men don't intend or expect to continue to rule. They just want to burn it down before they go.
Yeah.
And because clearly, if you ban these very popular programs, all you're going to do is get more people hating you, which doesn't seem like a good electoral plan.